And my goodness, Angel Reese fans are furious. Now, he's got a clip out there on with Jeff Teague on a podcast. I can't even play this clip.
A comedian's joke has sparked fresh WNBA controversy. Charleston White's remarks about Caitlin Clark pushed Brittany Griner and Angel Reese to jump to her defense. But what unfolded afterward is what really grabbed everyone's attention. The fallout exposed a much bigger problem brewing in women's basketball.
White sports supporters, well, we're going to talk about this Charleston White Club 520 podcast situation involving NBA player Jeff Teague. And, of course, they're all sitting around BSing. Charleston White is a comedian, and he's very damn funny, but he is also not afraid, like any good comedian, to roast or destroy.
The WNBA world is in an uproar after comedian Charleston White's latest podcast clip exploded online. And this time, it's far from a normal sports dispute. During his appearance on the Club 520 podcast, White didn't just compliment Caitlin Clark. He ignited a controversy that's exposing growing rifts within women's basketball.
Good comedians do. They're not worried about anybody's feelings. They literally go out there and crush. And that's what Charleston White did in this clip that went mega viral. I saw somebody asking, why would you have this guy on this podcast? Because it got 3 million views, this one.
Let's break down what actually went down in that podcast, because the context is important. Charleston White, known for his raw, unfiltered comedy, started off by talking about Caitlin Clark's influence on women's basketball. He highlighted how she's drawing millions of new fans to the game, but things shifted once he began comparing her to other WNBA stars. The episode, which has already racked up more than 3 million views, stopped being just about Clark. White's remarks about Brittany Griner hit a sensitive spot, especially when he joked about her time in Russia, comments many felt crossed the line.
Like, you know, Juju Watkins. Man, we need our OnlyFans WNBA. Yeah, then I tune in, but I ain't finna watch them long leg women run up and down the court with them, with them knees. Yeah, man, with them knees, them high knees. Them ain't no knees.
Shorty from the B.
The 20 she played the W with the long knees.
Some long ass arms. She be a good defender.
Yeah, man, you know what kind of money? And I heard they don't make a lot of money over there either.
It's coming, man.
Yeah,
it's on the way. It's gonna get better.
And that's I think
Give him a chance, Chuck. Give him a chance.
That's the dope thing about Caitlin too, because regardless of the scrutiny they put on her name, every time she's came out and spoken publicly, she said, "Hey, I'm good, but we need to push the league." And like you said, she did a lot of vocal stuff that helped a lot of black women in the process, man. She pushed the narrative to help a lot of people get paid, despite a lot of.
I thought Brittany Griner did that. I thought Brittany Griner did that.
He's a motherfucker.
The real BG.
The real BG.
Coming out the Russian prison.
Did you see that motherfucker with her shirt off at that pool party?
However, his supporters claim that this is simply what comedians do. They test limits and take shots at everyone without holding back.
That's why. Now, it went viral because of Angel Reese, and, you know, she's reposted some old April post about protect women's sports. A lot of people are speculating, does that have to do with this interview? Who knows? Maybe she's actually taking a stand against dudes in women's sports. I'd commend her if she's doing that. Hats off to you, Angel Reese. But some people think she's playing the victim because of a comedian roasting her.
The situation escalated when Las Vegas Aces guard Sydney Colson stepped in. She didn't just call out White. She criticized the whole podcast for giving a platform to what she described as ignorant and sexist commentary.
Aces. And this was her response to said podcast. And look, Charleston White absolutely crushed Brittany Griner.
Her post quickly caught fire, gaining instant support from WNBA players and fans alike.
Vegas Aces point guard is all bent out of shape, and unfortunately for her, this didn't go well because some people called her out while she's trying to play all high and mighty over this podcast for some previous Twitter post that she put out about a Iowa Hawkeye player.
And this is where things took a surprising turn. Social media users began digging, and they uncovered something Colson probably hoped would stay buried. A tweet from January 2023, where she compared a female player to a male actor, using humor very similar to the jokes she was now condemning. The internet doesn't forget, and once that old tweet resurfaced, the entire tone of the discussion shifted. Screenshots of her past comments started circulating next to her recent criticism, and people quickly pointed out the double standard. How can you call out someone else's jokes when you've made similar ones yourself? This discovery moved the debate away from White's remarks and toward a broader conversation about consistency and authenticity when discussing these issues. Angel Reese's reaction added yet another twist to the situation. Instead of responding to White's remarks head-on, she chose to repost an older Protect Women's Sports message, and the timing didn't go unnoticed. Her fans quickly mobilized, with some even calling for legal action against the comedian, which only intensified the controversy. Jeff Teague, one of the podcast hosts, attempted to calm things down. He released a statement emphasizing their positive relationship with Reese, saying she's like a little sister to them. But his attempt at damage control did little to slow the viral spread of White's comments or the heated discussions that followed. WNBA players' reactions have been especially telling. Some have stayed publicly quiet while liking posts criticizing White, while others have addressed the situation more openly. The mixed responses highlight just how complicated things get when comedy collides with the world of professional sports. This isn't the first time women's basketball has been caught in a situation like this. Just a few months ago, Shaquille O'Neal faced similar backlash over remarks about players' outfits. A pattern is starting to emerge as the league gains more mainstream attention. This situation is also drawing more mainstream voices, including comedians, into the conversation. Supporters of Charleston White argue that his jokes actually show that women's basketball is finally being taken seriously. Their point? Comedians target whatever is culturally relevant, and NBA players get roasted all the time without it turning into a full-blown controversy. The timing of all this is important too. With Caitlin Clark joining the WNBA and bringing unprecedented media attention, the league is under a brighter spotlight than ever before. Players and officials are still learning how to navigate this new level of public scrutiny, and social media has only magnified the chaos. What began as a few remarks on a podcast quickly exploded into a larger conversation about respect, comedy, and the culture surrounding sports. Every tweet, reply, and resurfaced old post adds another layer to the story. The generational divide in reactions is particularly striking. Younger fans tend to side with Reese and Colson, while older basketball followers often defend White's right to joke, even if they don't agree with his specific comments. Traditional sports media has approached the story cautiously, trying to balance reporting the controversy without amplifying potentially offensive content. That very caution has itself become part of the broader conversation about how women's sports are covered. White hasn't backed down. If anything, the controversy has given him more material. He continues making similar jokes in subsequent appearances, insisting that comedy should have no boundaries and that athletes are fair game. The podcast hosts now find themselves in an unexpected and complicated position. This controversy is about more than just one comedian or one player's reaction. It highlights the growing pains of women's basketball as it enters the mainstream. Players, fans, and media are navigating how to handle increased attention, criticism, and comedy targeting the sport. The outcome could shape the league's future, influence how comedians approach the WNBA, and set a blueprint for managing similar controversies. Stay tuned as the story continues to evolve.